friends, we've learned so much in writing so far. We've learned how to write a topic sentence, how to write twin sentences or supporting details, how to write a conclusion sentence, and how to use a graphic organizer to brainstorm. When we think about a paragraph, we can think about it as a hamburger. We start with our topic sentence. The middle part are all the twin sentences or your supporting details, and then we finish with our closing sentence. Today, we're going to practice researching and using a graphic organizer to plan our paragraph writing. As you research, you're going to use the pause button to help you. Whenever you hear an important fact, make sure you pause the video to fill out your graphic organizer. Then press play when you're ready to resume. Here's our question for today. Why do some people think snakes are fascinating? Before we begin, I have some teacher tips for you. Number 1, pause the video as many times as you need to. Number 2, ask yourself, is this fact important? Is it helping me answer the question? Number 3, before you write a fact in your graphic organizer, ask yourself, can I write a twin sentence about this fact? If you can't, chances are the fact isn't strong enough. You might want to hold off and add a fact that you can add a twin sentence to. Why do some people think snakes are fascinating? Here's my web. I'm going to use a web to help me organize my information as I answer this question. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write the question in the center of my web. Why do some people think snakes are fascinating? The other parts of my web will be used to answer the question. Remember my teacher tip, make sure you write strong facts that you can turn into twin sentences. Let's get started.
Let's learn about snakes. Scaly and slithery, long and legless, snakes are easy to recognize. Their fierce stare may seem threatening, but don't take it personally. Snakes can't blink because they don't have eyelids.
Whoa, snakes can't blink because they don't have eyelids. That's pretty fascinating. Can I turn my fact into a twin sentence? Oh, yes, I can. I can definitely add more information about that. I'm going to write that in my first circle. Let's continue. Let's see if we can learn some more fascinating facts.
Snakes can't blink because they don't have eyelids. Snakes are reptiles, which means that they breathe air, have scaly skin, and are cold-blooded. Cold-blooded animals cannot maintain their own body temperature. When it gets colder outside, they get colder. When it gets warmer outside, they get warmer.
There's another interesting fact. Snakes are cold-blooded. I'm just going to write cold-blooded in the circle because I remember I don't have to write in full sentences. I can definitely add a twin sentence on that. Let's continue.
Snakes can be found on every continent except for Antarctica, which is too cold for them to survive. Snakes can be very large or very small. Many snakes live on land, but some live in the water. No matter what their size or coloring, all snakes are carnivores, eating anything from insects to birds, fish, rodents, wild pigs, or even jaguars. Snakes are also vertebrates, which means that they have a backbone. Actually, snakes are almost all backbone. A snake's skeleton is mostly made up of its skull, the vertebrae, or bones of the spine, and ribs. Many snakes have special skulls. The bones of their skulls can move apart so that snakes can swallow food bigger than their head. Snakes cannot chew or tear their food, which is why they must swallow it whole.
Oh my goodness! Snakes have a special skull? That's really fascinating. I'm going to add that as my third detail. Did you notice what I did, friends? Did you notice how, as I was listening to my read aloud, I was able to write down notes that I'm going to use in my paragraph writing for tomorrow? Now it's your turn. You've read so many books about whales. Here's your question. Why do some people think humpback whales are fascinating? Step 1. You're going to click on the video to learn more about humpback whales. If you feel like you need more information, you can go on Mayan and read some books. Step 2. Draw or print out the graphic organizers to help you plan your writing. Now you can use any graphic organizer you want. I chose to do a web because it's pretty easy to simply draw out. Step 3. Submit your work. Before you submit your work, make sure you take a picture of your graphic organizer. You're going to need it to complete tomorrow's assignment because tomorrow you'll be writing a paragraph using a topic sentence, your supporting details, and a conclusion sentence. You can show your work two ways. Either you can complete it in a notebook and send a picture to your teacher, or you can open up the Google document that looks like the one below, and make sure you write in the text boxes. I can't wait to see your work.